So in this video, I'm going to show you how also to do the easiest way to calculate the number of units when you're injecting Daxxify. In the case of this port, I explained in the other video, the ratio, although the companies and the manufacturer, you don't like the conversion like 1 unit to whatever, the other unit, whatever. But for us, for injectors, just the easiest way to calculate. So Daxxify, you need to inject almost double the dose or the number of units when you inject Botox. So for example, if I'm injecting usually the crow's feet with 10 units of Botox, when I'm using Daxxify, I have to inject 20 units to give the same exact results, although it's gonna hopefully last longer with Daxxify, okay? So I'm talking about Daxxify, the 100 units, okay? 100 units Daxxify vial. And then the manufacturer, the same thing, they recommend you reconstitute it with 1.2 cc. So I did reconstitute with 1.2 cc. The most important with the Daxxify, this port, is just to follow whatever the standard reconstitution and dilution ratio, okay? So, and in this case, 1.2, so I do that, perfect. So I have 100 units on 1.2 cc, so that's what I have in the vial now. So now I forgot about Daxxify, the same thing as we did with this port, and I inject the usual dose, or not the usual dose, the usual volume that I usually inject when I'm doing Botox. Again, I explained in the other video that the Botox I reconstitute with 2.5 cc, usually 2.4, 2.5, and the same thing I inject 10 units here, 0.1, 0.1, 0.05, which is 4 units, 10 units. So I inject the same volume. So if I inject the same volume, whatever usually the dose I usually use to calculate easily with Botox, so 10 units, I multiply by 2. So I now injected 20 units of Daxxify. So I pay attention to reconstitution, what the company, they suggest after I do it, and then I forget about Daxxify or this port. I imagine theoretically as if I'm injecting Botox, and I'm very used to the volume of Botox that I usually inject in a certain area, and I'm very easily, can calculate, depending on the volume I inject of Botox, how many is that Botox wise, and then for Daxxify I just multiply by 2. Okay, that's the easiest way to do it for Daxxify.